Welcome to the Week 4 Legacy Leagues Postgame Show, brought to you by BTX Global. We had some great action this week, and I'm really excited to talk about the game, so we'll get right into it. So, Tyler, is there anything that stood out for you?
Oh yeah, to me, this is a no-brainer tonight. We had on court 2 at 10 o'clock tonight, we had the Brotherhood taking on One Time, and it was exciting. The Brotherhood dropped 143 points, beating One Time 143-64. Absolute dominating performance. We actually had a new Legacy Leagues scoring record. Russ Payton, 60 points on 28 of 33 from the field. Absolute electric night shooting, and the One Time was just flustered. They had no answer whatsoever.
Did it surprise you?
No, not in the slightest. But it was still awesome to watch Russ Payton and Brotherhood just absolutely demolish them, running up the score, dunk after dunk. It was a really great performance.
The highlights were amazing. Check those out on Snapchat. I think you'll enjoy them. So, Tyler, getting into some other games. Was there any standout games on Court 1 for you guys?
Well, I'd have to go with the Blood, Sweat, and Beers Serial Killers game, actually. Blood, Sweat, and Beers coming in 3-0. Very underrated. I actually picked the Serial Killers for this one, so I'm definitely in the wrong here. They pulled it off 72-69, a very close game. Andrew Sampietro dropping 15 points with 2 steals and 2 rebounds. And for the Serial Killers, Mike Maschiola hit a 3 to send it into overtime for the Serial Killers. He ended up with 20 points, 8 boards, and 3 blocks. But this was Blood, Beers, yeah.
Yeah, this was a great game. They were actually down 15 points at half, and they were able to manage a comeback, stick together, have great team chemistry, and really fight for the W. And in overtime, it paid off, and they got the W, which was very impressive.
What specifically allowed them to make that comeback?
They just believed. They really thought that they could get it done. They just kept on grinding and kept on cheering their teammates on, and they kept passing the ball, facilitating everyone, and not being selfish. So I was really impressed with their play of basketball down the stretch.
We had another matchup, Temptations Airballers. How did that one go, Tyler?
Just about how we expected. You know, the Temptations are rolling after their big triple-digit win last week. They had dropped 105 points. It was pretty much the same. Carmine Sandarelli, 31 points. Eric Silva, also 31 points. Believe it or not, Eric Silva had his worst shooting night of the season at 67%, and if that's your worst night, things are probably going pretty well for you. Only bright spot really for the Airballers continues to be Jalen Smalls. He had 22 points, 7 rebounds, but Temptations 88-57 just continued their dominance. They really controlled the tempo, and a lot of times you could tell that they sort of were just a little bit lax. They didn't really give it 100% because they sort of felt that it was in the bag. This could have been a lot uglier than it was.
So maybe we didn't foresee the Airballers getting their first victory tonight, but do you think they can?
Right now, I haven't really seen enough from this Airballers team that shows that they can beat really any of the other teams in this league right now. They don't have the depth, they don't have the scoring, defense, conditioning.
How about the Titans?
Tonight the Titans lost to No Limit, who we know is another strong team. It was 68-45, but the Titans shot 39% as a team. It's just really not going to get it done. It's a pretty low shooting clip, and if you can't get the ball in the basket, you're not going to win basketball games. It's sort of the key to it. So.
I think they also need to improve on their chemistry.
Yeah, you could sort of tell that they're a little bit frustrated. Some of the guys are playing with each other for the first time, and you can sort of tell that there's a little bit of growing pains there. Hopefully they can get it together. I definitely see the Titans as a likely team to definitely get on the board with but I don't know. Right now, Airballers, I don't see any team that they can really overcome.
Getting into Kakamba's Run TMC. Now, we said that the Zaccos would be important, their play would be important if they wanted to get a win. So how'd that turn out?
The Kakamba's Run TMC was an interesting one. Kakamba's 71-54 Run TMC. It really was a blowout. I didn't see much from the Run TMC. There wasn't a lot of team chemistry there. It was a lot of being selfish, a lot of shooting, a lot of arguing with the refs. I really expect a change in the next weeks. David Serpensky, 34 points, 58% shooting. He really just took over for the Kakambas. Very impressive. Facilitated the ball, rebounded the ball, and just scored everything under the basket. Very impressive game for him.
Did the Kakambas show you something tonight that they had not shown you before?
Like I said, David Serpensky literally comes out of nowhere. He did have a decent game last week, 15 points, but nothing like this 34-point game, 58% field goal percentage. Very impressive.
It was night and day, really. Last week, it was his first week. He was getting his legs under him, and this week he took off. And I talked to him, and he said he's not really a ball player, but the play begs to differ.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him. He looks like a very athletic kid. He has potential. And with him playing like that, I feel like they could do something down the stretch, and it will be interesting to see where they fall in the playoff seedings.
And finally, our game of the week. Tell me about that.
The Sports Look versus the Goon Squads. That was definitely the game of the week for sure. Sports Look had a devastating loss, 50-53 against Goon Squad. Scotty Crochard, 24 points, 5 for 9 at the 3-point line, along with 4 assists. Brian Acevedo didn't show up. 7 points, 2 for 10, and 0 for 7 at the 3-point line. The big thing is Nick Baccarella for Sports Look got ejected in the first couple minutes of the first half, and that was their 5th player, which means they only had 4 players, which means they had no subs for the rest of the game. So you could tell that this Sports Look team was very fatigued, and they were tired all the way throughout the game, and they had to utilize their timeouts as best as possible, foul when they needed to, and really try and keep themselves in it with a tough, physical Goon Squad team, along with Matt Marconi, who really led that team.
It's interesting because in prior weeks I had explained how Baccarella was really the engine for that team. And you see he gets ejected and they get their first loss. So, coincidence?
I mean, I see good things out of Nick. I do. He just got to keep his composure, stick to the game, play with his teammates, because I think Sports Look has a really good team with their coach telling them what to do. I think they have one of the best team chemistries on the court, along with No Limit, who I think has a good team chemistry. But he's just got to watch out, especially when they don't have any other subs other than himself.
Any teams that you think are deserving to move up the power rankings or down?
I'd have to go with Goon Squad. You know, they definitely controlled that game right from the jump. You know, really never let Sports Look get back and shut down Brian Acevedo. Matt Marconi dropped 17 points and 9 rebounds. It seems like a consistent thing with him. High scoring. So, yeah, I'd go with the Goon Squad, kind of climbing the ladder a little bit.
Do you think the Goon Squad did anything to limit Acevedo's scoring?
I think
they played tough defense for sure. They literally stuck their hand in his face, kept in front of him. I thought they played splendid defense for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like he was off his game a little bit from 3. So
Goon Squad's definitely a hard-nosed team, so I feel like they could definitely be legend killers and pull some upsets as the season goes on. So that was our post-game show. You can follow us on Snapchat at legacy_leagues. Twitter is also the same handle, Facebook, and our website, thelegacyleagues.com. Look forward to seeing you guys.